So this is the introductory to my channel here. I'm going to just quickly explain a few things about my past and where I got influenced to do all this kind of stuff and fabrication and whatnot, where I've learned my skills along the way. So before I lived here in BC, I lived in Alberta with my family. My dad's a red seal mechanic, so when I grew up, he was always doing dirt track, stock cars, mud bogging, bog trucks, quads, dirt bikes, that kind of thing. So along the way, while I was very young, under 10 probably, he always did stock car racing. I was always in the garage building cars, roll cages for friends of his, derby cars for his friends and our family and whatnot. And then we got into bog trucks pretty seriously while we lived there. We ended up moving out to a farm, so we had unlimited amounts of swamp and whatnot in that area, and we used to build bog trucks, always square body Chevys. So I have a lot of experience with Chevys. That's my go-to brand of vehicle anyway, so it's convenient. We used to build square bodies pretty much left, right, and center. Every weekend we'd be out wheeling them 4x4 in. We had lots of quads and dirt bikes at the time too, so I'd always be outside doing adventurous things, checking places out. When we had our square bodies, our bog trucks, we also had a few race trucks dedicated to mud drags only, like go fast as you possibly can down the pit kind of type deal. Our bog trucks had a lot of influence on me as far as my projects nowadays. Do it as like budget friendly as possible. We never really had a shop or any like fancy tools. We always did stuff by hand tools, that was about it. So all the trucks we ever had were on like Dana 60s, 44s or bigger, that kind of thing. Like, we built some fairly big trucks. We used to build trucks for our friends and family. My dad got to experience quite a few different options as far as vehicles and building stuff for other people. So it's definitely influenced me over my life. Nowadays I like Chevy still. That's why I have a 98 K1500 OBS truck, that early 90s style. I daily drive a 06 Yukon Denali. That's going to be a project of mine on this channel also. A few other projects I have on the go are like a 92 Sidekick, basically a tracker, 4x4 5-speed 4-sill. That's been on the back burner for quite a while, but I have quite a few plans for that, and I like to get it going again. It's seconds away from blowing up next time it runs, so I need to do an engine swap on that. I'll be documenting that. I have a bike currently I'm fixing at my parents' house. That'll probably be on here. I'll be turning it into like a knobby tire kind of dirt style backroads bike. It's a 01 Shadow, Honda Shadow. So that'll be interesting. I got to get it running. I bought it not running, 500 bucks. Pretty good deal for this area where I live in. My black truck, which is my OBS, I've had for about 8 years. It's gone through a lot of variations. It used to be on 37s, 3-inch body lift, stock, whatever, 98 style Vortec in it. I've already done a 5.3 LS swap on it. It's currently on 35s. It's getting a Dana 60 Ford axle in the front, so an SAS. I've built all my own brackets for that. I'll be going over that in its own video, doing a run over that. I'll be doing a little introductory for each vehicle that I currently have on the go. I've also been building a 99 Grand Cherokee for a friend of mine for the last year and a half. That is very similar to my truck. It has very unique, very different ideas for different off-road cultures, all combined into one vehicle. That's getting built to be an overlanding, like the ultimate overlander type family mobile for him. It's got a very unique cooling system on it that I know a lot of people would be very interested in seeing. We've been working the kinks out recently of it, and it runs great, cools great. We're currently trying to get it to drive. There's a few wiring things I got to figure out on it. My truck currently is sitting on jack stands. I'm building all custom steering for it. I've built a custom high steer arm for this Dana 60 from a 99 to 04 Ford Super Duty axle. There's not very many options that are below a couple grand for a high steer. and I'm currently about 200 bucks into my setup. So I'll be going over that, including a custom pitman arm and drag link setup with Heim joints. Otherwise, I'll be showing how to grind the bump stops for the steering to get about 50 degrees of steering angle on this diff. I'll be showing how to do a custom drive shaft in your driveway that doesn't vibrate, and tons of other modifications that I have planned for this truck. It used to be my daily driver, and I want to make it my daily driver once again once it's up and driving. I've currently built with my father's help, it's currently his truck, a 56 Chev on a square body frame. Built the frame ourselves, shortened an old square body frame, 17-inch shorter than a short box frame currently would be. It's two-wheel drive. It has a small block Chev with aluminum heads, race motor from a different truck we built. Ended up selling that truck. It was a race truck, so he has a race motor in his street vehicle now. Custom drive shaft we built in the driveway. Same thing, doesn't vibrate. Built with hand tools, welded at home, stuck it in there. We built that truck as a burnout vehicle for him, just to cruise around town, that kind of thing, for him to live his teenage years again. He's always been into cars and hot rods, two-wheel drive trucks, 4x4s, so I'm following his legacy of that. And I plan on building many more projects. He also currently has a project he's in the beginning stages of gathering parts for. It's a 31 Chev 3-window coupe. He has a frame, the body, that's about it. Front axle, we got to figure out how to put in there. It's going to be very ratty, very one-off. Everything's going to be hand-built by us. He also has a 78 Camaro Z28, numbers matching, shell, 4-speed car. We'll be building an engine for it, and I may make a build series for that also on here. Otherwise, it's about the rundown of my track record, where I come from, and why I'm into this kind of fabrication. I'm also very interested in doing welding. I like welding. I like doing fabrication projects, considering all the custom stuff I built for my truck. And that's about it. My name's Brandon Richards. That's why this is called Richards Built. It's gonna be a family type project channel, and I plan on uploading maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. The build progress is slow, but it's very realistic. I have a full-time job. I have a part-time job also on the weekends, so the time I get for my projects is sometime after those two things. I also have a family, so you know, time for my projects are pretty limited, but I do make some pretty good progress as far as being a trades worker. Like, you know, you get home, you're tired, and I still have time for my projects, so that's pretty cool. That's about it. I'll have to catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.